Hello, hello. Am I audible and visible to everyone? Please confirm in the chat box so that we can start our today's class as well. Hello, hello, hello. Am I audible and visible to everyone? Please confirm in the chat box. Chaliye ji, everything is going good. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes, Shubham, we are about to start. Chaliye. So a warm welcome to all of you again for SEBI and IFSC Grade A Top 300 MCQ series, wherein we are discussing different MCQs from different subjects. To start with, we have started with finance, and we have already completed two video series, or I would say two episodes under this particular series of top 300 MCQs. Okay, so today we are starting with finance again, and I hope you know that in total there are 5 total videos which will be released for finance. Each particular video will have 10 questions on the slide, but I try to make the session interactive and I will ask you multiple of the more interesting questions. Okay, so let's start our session now. And yes, if you are new to our YouTube channel, definitely subscribe to it. And if you have not joined our Telegram channel, do join it. The link of the same is given in the description box below. Also, the PDF of this particular class will be uploaded on the Telegram channel of EduTap. I again repeat, the link of the same is given in the description box below. Also, please do let me know whether the sessions are good or not. Cool. So as I have already informed you that in total for finance we have 50 questions. We have already completed part 1 and part 2. Today we are discussing our part number 3. Cool. So let's start. All the best to everyone. I hope you will do good in this particular class as well. In total 10 questions, and those who are able to score more than 8.5 marks out of 10, I would say that is a good score. Mind you, +1 for every right answer, minus 0.25 for every negative answer, and 0 for unattempt answer. Let's start now. Question number 1 is on your screens. Please understand that over here you have to do the match the following kind of thing. So please try to answer this question patiently. There is no need to hurry. Oh wow, today we have 62 people with us. Nice. So the crowd is increasing day by day. So is the competition. But do not worry. Out of 62, I think only 10 will respond. Other 52 are just sitting to see me or to see other people's. No issue. Let's start our class. Question number 1 on your screen. You have to identify that which particular sector is regulated by which particular entity. For example, insurance companies are regulated by which particular entity, pension fund is regulated by which particular entity, mutual benefit companies are regulated by which particular entity, so on and so forth. So the first answer which I am getting is option number A. Everyone is going after A. Cool. Insurance companies are definitely regulated by your IRDIA, or it can also be written as IRDA, which is your Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. Please let me know the act in which IRDA Act was passed. In which year IRDA Act was passed? IRDA का act कब passed हुआ था? The options I am not giving to you because these are very easy questions. IRDA Act was passed way back in the year 1999, although the organization was established in the year 2000. So please remember them. Okay. Pension funds are regulated by your agency which is known as your PFRDA, Pension Fund and Regulatory Development Authority of India. Okay, and PFRDA Act, can someone let me know the act? Can someone let me know the act of PFRDA was passed in which year? ठीक है, IRDA Act 1999 established in 2000. Okay, this is a I would say the information regarding IRDA. And yes, who is the current, I would say, managing director or the CEO of IRDA? ये भी बताना है आपको. Come on, phase 1 CA of RBI, phase 1 CA of your IFSC and SEBI, सब रिवाइज हो जाएगा. Yes, very good. PFRDA Act 2003. PFRDA Act is 2013. Yes, Act is 2013, but the organization was established in 2003. Good. Organization was established in 2003, but the Act was passed in 2013. Please remember this. This is an anomaly with PFRDA as well as with SEBI also. SEBI Act was passed in the year 1992, But in which year SEBI was established? In which year SEBI was established as a body, but the different rights, different powers were given to SEBI in the year 1992. चलिए, yes, Debashish Panda, superb. Debashish Panda is the head of currently IRDA. But when it comes to PFRDA, if I'm not wrong, it is Deepak Mohanty. Okay, Deepak Mohanty. Okay, and also one more thing, my friends, although I share all this information like on hand-to-hand basis, like I am 95% of the surety thing, like मैं 95% sure हूँ that whatever information I am giving to you, it is like it is correct. Okay, but still do a kind of a due diligence if you do not trust me. Cool. On that particular sense, let's move to the हाँ. SEBI was established in the year 1988. ये establishment year है. Act was passed in the year 1992. I again repeat, establishment year of SEBI is 1988 and Act year is 1992. Cool. Mutual benefit companies are regulated by whom? Mutual benefit companies are regulated by your Ministry of Corporate Affairs, which is your option E over here. And if you see, my friends, Ministry of Corporate Affairs is currently run by Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman. Chit funds are regulated by your respective state governments. Stock broking and mutual fund comes under the domain of SEBI. And if you see and if you match, insurance का होना चाहिए B. So first, चलो सब में B है. Second में pension में होना चाहिए PFRDA. So second में C सिर्फ एक ही जगह है. Therefore, your answer can be option number A, but none of the above भी दे रखा है, so you have to check for others as well. Yes, I am checking 3 का E. Mutual benefit companies, yes. So A looks correct. And if you see the slide also, yes, option is A. So those who have given the answer as A, good, yeah, good, definitely good. And who is the current head of SEBI? I hope you all know that. Who is the current head of SEBI? Who is the current head of SEBI? Current head of SEBI is, please let me know your responses in the chat box. I'm waiting for just one more minute so that you all can answer. इससे easy question नहीं आएगा. Yes. Nilesh is going on the right track. Abhishek is also following Nilesh. Or I would say Abhishek is also giving the right answer. Pratul is also going on the right track. Good. सही है. And what else we can solve over here? That's it. SEBI का हो गया. Mutual benefit. चलो. Enough of this particular question. So the answer was option number A. Now we are coming to question number 2. Yes, Shruti, Shubham, Vaibhav, all are giving the right answer. Easy का answer तो सब दे देते हैं. चलिए, now question number 2. I think maximum of the people will not be able to answer this question because it's kind of tough, but at the end of the day आना चाहिए. Nilesh is going with B. Cool. What are the other responses? If I say B is not the correct answer, Vishwas is also going with the M Puri Butch. Okay. If I say B is not the right answer, then what is your answer for this question? Think, Shubham, think. If B is not the right answer, then what will be your answer for this? Vishwas is also going with 50 crore. I am saying only 32 people are there now. 62 se direct 32. I don't know what technology is using over here. Now I'm getting the answer as A. Some people are going with A. I'm saying you right. B is not the correct answer. Then why you are saying B? Now people are going towards A as well. Let's see how many more. I am also getting the answer as 20 crores. Let's see who gives me the right answer. I'm still looking for the right answer. What will be your answer over here? Indeed, the correct answer is 50 crore only. I was just checking you whether you are confident on your answer or not. So good, Nilesh, and this person, Shubham also, and Vishwas also. The correct answer is 50 crores only. Mind you, my friends, in your exam, you have to be confident. Okay, you do not have to listen to the outer voices. When you are in the examination hall, listen to what your inner soul is saying and mark your answers. Okay. So this is how we also test your confidence. The correct answer is 50 crores only. According to Reserve Bank of India guidelines, a bank must set up system for early identifying early warning signals and flagging the accounts as red flagged account. And over here, if an account is above 50 crore, then only that particular account will be classified as a red flagged account. So good, the answer is over here is option number B. Now tell me how many categories of NPAs are there. How many categories? ठीक है? How many categories? You just have to let me know the names. जैसे substandard हो गया. What are the other categories of asset? First asset category of NPAs. ठीक है? NPA is your non-performing asset. So if you are not receiving principal or the interest component on the loan which is given by the bank for the period of 90 days, then only that particular loan can be classified as an NPA. Okay. So how many categories of NPAs are there? You just have to let me know the name. First is substandard. Okay. Then you have your doubtful. Okay. And then you have your loss assets. So if any, I would say if any account has been left NPA for 12 months, then it is substandard. Add more 12 months, then it will convert itself to doubtful. Add more 12 months, then it will convert to your loss assets. I hope you are able to connect with me. Yes, standard, standard is not a category. Standard is like every loan. Even if I take a loan from the bank, that particular loan will be classified as a standard loan. The three categories will be substandard, doubtful, and loss. Okay. Cool. I have got the right answers. Good. How many of you know regarding the full form of SMA? SMA is also one particular category related to NPAs only. So how many of you? Second question is related to RBI functions. RBI functions, which is indeed a topic given in SEBI syllabus as well as in your IFSC syllabus. ठीक है. Now tell me what is the full form of SMA. SMA का full form special mention account. Good Nilesh, you are truly going on the right track. Touch wood, नजर ना लगे आपको. ठीक है. So SMA is again a kind of a classification. Basically, SMA again has three categories. Now those who know, good. Those who don't know, try to come in my live classes. ठीक है. SMA 0, SMA 1 and SMA 2. SMA 0 is for 0 to 30 days. SMA 1 is from 31 to 60 days and 61 days to 90 days. If there is no payment of loan or if there is no payment of principal or interest for 0 to 30 days, then it will be classified as SMA 0. Likewise, it can be classified as SMA 1 and 2. After a waiting period of 90 days concludes, जैसे 90 days concludes हो गए, then only a bank will classify that particular loan as NPA. Okay, so after this particular 90 day concludes, then only bank will classify it as an NPA. But अगर 12 महीने बाद भी NPA रहेगा, then it will classify as a substandard. At 12 more months, doubtful. At 12 more months, it will be loss. As simple as that. Okay. Yes, good. Now let's move forward. The answer was option number B over here. Good. Question number 3. Question number 3. Yes, Shubham is saying everything which he knows. Good. Shubham, are you a subscriber of EduTap course? Good, Shubham. Chalo, question number 3. Which of the following pairs of indices and their base year is correct? Which of the following pairs? Now this question is from inflation chapter. Okay, inflation. Do calculate your scores as well, because I think in second question everything went haywire. Question number 3. Which of the following pair of indices and their base year is correct? WPI 11-12, this is correct. Indeed, this is correct. Consumer Price Index 2004-5, no, this is incorrect. Consumer Price Index for Industrial Workers 2016, this is also correct. Okay, so if you see, the answer should be over here only 1 and I would say what, 3. So the answer should be option number D. Okay, cool. Shubham is saying I am a paid student. Good. Chalo, so answer should be option number D. Now please answer me, how many products are there in WPI? How many products are there in WPI? 695, 696, 697, 698 or 700? The one who will say 700, please go to your, I would say whatever bathroom you have a face wash, because 700 cannot be your right answer. Okay, Shubham. Okay, like we have multiple students at EduTap, so sorry to I'm not able to remember you, but still, it's good to see that EduTap students are doing good. Good. चलो नजर ना लगे. Have a good confidence and go well. Yes, the answer will be 697. And how many categories of goods are there? How many categories? ये products है, total products, यानी कि 697 products होंगे. But ये 697 of products किस categories में जाएंगे? You have to tell me the name of those categories. How many categories are there and what is the name of each category? Yes, 3 तो मुझे भी पता है, but 3 categories का नाम क्या होगा? First will be your manufacturing, then you will have your primary, and then you will have power नहीं, fuel. Okay, fuel बोलना. Cool. And manufacturing will have the highest items, then primary, and then fuel. Agreed or not? Yes, good. CPI. CPI is your consumer price index, and WPI में what is the base year? 11-12. As simple as that, right? Financial year 12 बोल सकते हो आप. Cool. But when it comes to CPI, again the base year remains the same, 2011-12, again financial year 12. Now tell me which particular type of CPI, because there are multiple different types of CPI, which particular type of CPI is used by RBI for inflation targeting framework? Inflation targeting framework के लिए what is the CPI metrics which RBI is using? Yes, it's fuel. Good. CPI combined. Very good. The name of the student is Abhishek Kumar. Yes, CPI combined. Good. Although I hope you know that RBI has maintained 4% plus minus 2% ka target. Okay. Cool. This is what we know. And how many products do we have under CPI combined? Options are 900, 908, 980, 908, 901 and 910. These are your 5 options. How many products we have under CPI combined? CPI combined में again Abhishek is saying 908. Yes, the correct answer is 908. Now what happens is CPI combined में there are two different CPI which are combined. That's why it is known as combined. पहला हो जाता है CPI rural और एक होता है CPI urban. Okay, CPI rural में if I'm not wrong there are 448 products and in CPI urban there are 460. So इन दोनों को add करो you will get 908 only. Cool, I am seeing the right answers. And who calculates CPI? Who calculates CPI? CPI निकालता कौन है? Yes, 448 rural. सही लिखा है ना मैंने? Yes, and 460 is for urban. Good. Who calculates CPI? Please someone say RBI. Who calculates CPI? Yes, it's NSO, National Statistics Office, which falls under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. ठीक है, cool, ये आता है आप लोगों को. My last question to all of you: how many categories of products? How many categories of product are there in CPI? Yes, NSO Brijesh, good. Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Pratul, it's NSO, not NSSO. ठीक है, एक ही ऐसे बीच में. How many categories of products are there in CPI? If I give you the options 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Yes, 6 categories of products are there in CPI combined. Okay. And just allow me to ask one more question before like this question is popping up in my head. Does WPI contains services and goods? Goods और सर्विसेज का डाटा क्या आपको WPI से मिल सकता है? ट्रू और फॉल्स? डज WPI इंक्लूड सर्विसेज एंड प्रोडक्ट्स? WPI में प्रोडक्ट्स और सर्विसेज आते ही नहीं आते? डेफिनेटली नो, बिकॉज WPI में ओनली गुड्स आते हैं, by which I mean only physical goods. But in CPI definitely you can have products plus the services. Please remember that. Good. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं, अब बहुत हो गया. क्वेश्चन आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी. यस, क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. Question number 4. Again a tough question. So try to answer it with all of your patience. India has prescribed a leverage ratio of dash for domestically systemically important banks, whereas for normal banks the leverage ratio is dash. India, mind you, India over here means the RBI, because RBI is implementing Basel norms in India. Cool. So if India is prescribing leverage ratio of dash percent for domestically systemically important banks, whereas for normal banks the leverage ratio is dash. First, tell me the leverage ratio which has been prescribed by the Basel Committee. Basel Committee ने कितना prescribe करा है leverage ratio? Good यार, you all are telling me the wrong answer again. Is it option A or is it option C? Is it option A or C? Also, please let me know the leverage ratio as set up by Basel norms. Yes, these are the 3 banks which falls under the systematically important category: SBI, SDFC and ICICI. Good. Basel Committee has recommended more than 3% of the leverage ratio. Now, what is leverage ratio? It is just a measure to measure. It is just a way to measure your debt and equities, that how your business is getting overexposed. Is your business getting overexposed or not, or is your business getting overhyped because of debt? So, leverage ratio makes sure that you are not going too much on the borrowing sides. Okay, the answer is option number A, but leverage ratio, according to the Basel Committee, it should be more than or equals to 3. As per RBI, for normal banks means those who are not domestically systematically important banks. For normal banks, it is just 3.5%, more than above it, and for domestically systematically important banks, it should be more than 4%. Therefore, the correct answer should be, I would say, option number A. In the same manner, what is the capital adequacy ratio which has been prescribed by RBI, and what is the capital adequacy ratio which has been prescribed by Basel norms? Basel norms का जल्दी थोड़ा, although we are very late, it's 4:22 right now. Capital adequacy ratio as per Basel norms is 8%. Capital adequacy ratio as per RBI norms is 9%. Please remember all these information. Interview के लिए तो important है ही, but it can also come in your phase 2 or in your phase 1 as well. This question has been taken from your financial risk management. Okay, indeed a very important topic. Naini Shubham, you are telling me the final limit. I am just asking you the capital adequacy ratio. Yes, Basel के according it is 9, and according to RBI it should be 9. Okay, Basel के according it is 8, and RBI के according it should be 9. Now if you add 2.5% of CCB, that is your capital conservation buffer, then definitely it will be 11.5, and for Basel Committee it will be 10.5. But if I ask you capital adequacy ratio कितना होना चाहिए, that should be 9% according to RBI and 8% according to Basel norms. Good. Last question for all of you: in which year Basel norms were implemented by the Basel Committee? And Basel norm 1. Basel norm 1 was introduced by Basel Committee in which year? Yes, for NBFC this is 15%. Good. Basel norm 1. I hope you know that there are 3 editions of Basels. Basel norm 1, 2 and 3. Basel norm 1 came in which particular year for the world? 1988. Superb. 1988. Good. Abhishek, you also looks from the course only. Good. The answer was option number A. Now we are moving to the next question, which is question number 5. It is 1988, although RBI implemented them in India in the year 1999. Okay, but ये still आप check कर लेना, but this का I am 100% sure. चलिए, now we have the next question again related to different types of risk. No, in India it was, if I'm not wrong, it was way back in the year 1999, because in 2004 तो Basel norm 2 were out. चलिए, Abhishek is also from the course. So nice to see. Which of the following is a risk which is considered in Basel 2 and not in Basel 1? So I hope you know that Basel 1 considered 2 types of risk. First is your market risk, and what is the second one? It is your credit risk. But the scope was expanded to three different types of risk when you are calculating a capital adequacy ratio. So under Basel norm 3 there were three types of risk. First was credit, second one was your again market, and then another risk was added which is operational. As simple as that. Okay, cool. So the answer will be option number which of the following is a risk considered in Basel 2 and not in Basel 1? So Basel 1 mein you do not have operational risk, right? Therefore the correct answer will be option number B. Good yaar. Everyone is giving the right answer except Nilesh. This time you have went on the wrong track. The answer will be option number B. Okay, please remember this. Now tell me, price risk is also known as इनमें से ही कोई तीन है, ठीक है? इनमें इन तीनों में से कोई एक आंसर है. प्राइस रिस्क इज ऑल्सो नोन एज व्हाट? Price risk is also known as what? Out of 32 students, only I would say a batch of 8 students is responding. This shows that the level is not on the good level, or I would say your preparation is not on the good level. Try to respond, guys. Do not be a kind of a couchy potato. So who will answer me this question? Price risk is also known as market risk. Market risk as in anything can happen in the market. Prices can go up and prices can go down as well. So price risk is generally also known as market risk. Your credit risk is what? Your default risk. Basically, if someone is not able to make the payment to me on maturity, that is a kind of a credit risk. होता है ना, कोई लोग default कर देते, so that is a kind of a credit risk. Operational risk means those risks which are coming from the internal processes. For example, what happened in PNB, Punjab National Bank. Some corrupt officers of Punjab National Bank made sure that the other different business people are having certain undue advantage. So that was happening in the inside circles of PNB. So that is a kind of an operational risk. Okay. Chaliye, now we are moving ahead to question number 6. Question number 6 talks regarding identify the type of risk which arises due to the possibility of a major bank falling and the result losses to the counterparty reverberating to the banking crisis. A very easy question, I would say. So if you see, we have taken equity market ke questions, debt market ke questions in our video 1 and video 2 of this particular series. Today's lecture is largely focused on forex market. It is also focused on financial risk management, and some more questions will come which will definitely check your knowledge. Yes, operational internal risk, I agree. Abhinandan is going with D. Liquidity risk. No. Liquidity. For liquidity, I would have used the major words like financial problems, or you can say like you are not able to get the funding. That kind of thing will be used for liquidity. Now people are changing it for C. See the keyword, you have to watch for the keyword. Major bank falling and resulted as a loss to other different counterparties. For example, if you remember the FISACO of ILFS, which happened somewhere in the year 2017 and 18. After IFLS, which was an NBFC, the overall NBFC crisis happened in India because of ILFS collapse. Okay, if you watch Diwan Housing Finance Limited, that particular NBFC was also about to collapse, and this was the first housing finance company which went into the court of IBC. So over here the answer will be systemic risk. Under systemic risk, if any one major company is falling, or if any one major company is not able to perform its obligation, then all the related companies will also come under this particular trap. Therefore the answer will be systemic risk. Okay, not liquidity risk, but definitely liquidity risk means what? Funding risk. For example, I am not able to get 100 rupees which I have to pay to my friend. So that is a kind of a liquidity risk. I am not able to arrange cash, as simple as that. Legal risk means that you are we have different governments, right? So they can introduce any law at any particular moment. Market risk, which is also known as price risk, it's like a kind of I would say up and down movement of the prices of commodities or of any financial product. Okay, over here the correct answer was option number C. Now it's an homework question for all of you, for all those who are watching this as a recorded version, and for all those who are watching this as a live class as well. You have to let me know what is the difference between systemic risk, and systematic risk. ठीक है? So you have to let me know your answers in the chat box, or I would say in the comment box. Okay, if possible try to give certain examples as well. थोड़े examples भी देना, जैसे we have ILFS crisis for systemic, so what can be your example for systematic? Let's see who answers it. If I found a good response, definitely I will pin it and you all can read from it. Although I know the answers, but to explain this particular concept, it will take a time which I do not have right now, but there is no issue. If you want me to explain, I will explain it, but that we will do once this particular class concludes, so that other students' time do not gets into the wasting mode. Question number 7, the toughest one I think right now for all the class. Yes, systematic risk affects overall market. Systemic only banking sector नहीं होना चाहिए. It's affect only one particular sector. For example, if something happens in pharma sector, we are not able to understand that what is going in pharma sectors, then all the companies which are working in that particular pharma sector will take a hit. Okay, so replace that particular banking word to a specific sector, Nilesh. Okay. 7C, out of the money. Now, those who know what is options, for them only this question is a cakewalk. For those who don't know what is options, definitely you can skip it. But this question has appeared in SEBI Grade A Phase 1 2022 exam. I hope you know that there are two kinds of option: call option and put option. And one more thing. Option is not mentioned in your syllabus, but still SEBI is asking you the questions. This shows a kind of a approach which you have to take, that you will have to read the basic outline of the syllabus. Okay. Now, call option is that particular call option which give what? It gives dash to the buyer. Can you let me know what? Right to do what? Right to do what? Call options give. Call option gives right to do what to the buyer? Call options give right to do what to the buyer? इसको fill in the blank की तरह try to substitute it. Call options give dash to the buyer. Call options give right to buy to the buyer. At the same hand, right to sell. Right to sell is provided under put option to the buyer. Always remember, right or the choices of activating that particular contract or not, that will always go to the buyer. Seller in the contract of option, it is just a poor fellow who will just follow the orders which is given by the buyers. Please let me know whether this particular statement is correct or not. Buyers of the call option, buyers of the call options are known as the writer. Writer of the call option. True है या false है? Buyer of the call option is also known as the writer of the call option. Please let me know your responses in the chat box. Any mnemonic? Abhinandan, you can join the course. All I can say is this, because in the course we have taught options in the best manner as possible. If you are from the course, then try to read it from the course, because right now I'm just solving the questions for you. But to understand that what is option, to understand that how different cases work in option, how premiums are calculated, for that you will have to watch the lecture only. Yes, this statement is false. Very good. Why? Because a buyer of a call option is known as the holder of the call option. Holder बोल सकते हो आप. But writer is the word which you will always use for the seller. Writer is the word which you will always use for the seller. Now let's come back to the question. If strike price is higher than the market price, strike price is nothing, it is just your locked in prices. It is the price at which I will lock in my options contract, or you can also say this is the price at which I am entering into the contract. So if strike price is higher, it is higher than the current market price for call option, definitely this particular call option will be called as out of the money. Out of the money means for the buyer of the option, this particular contract is in loss. This particular contract is in loss. Definitely the answer will be option number C. But if I change the situation, that the current market price is more than the strike price, then definitely it will come into in the money. In the money means what? That definitely now the buyer is in profits. Okay. Now I know for some people it is going above the head, but definitely if you are targeting SEBI or if you are targeting any other exam, options is a must-do chapter, at least from a basic perspective. Now my last question to you from this particular question number is, if I am talking regarding the buyer of put option, buyer of put option है, call नहीं है, ठीक है, buyer of put option, and if my strike price is above my current market price, will this particular option be called as in the money, or will this particular option will be called as out of the money? चलिए, if I am talking regarding put option, अगर मैं put option के बारे में बात करता हूं, that too regarding the holder of the put option, if my strike price is more than the current market price, if my strike price is more than the current market price, ये put option है. Put option में prices जितना नीचे जाए उतना मेरे को benefit है. So maximum of you are going with in the money. Okay. So suppose if my strike price is 100, okay, and my current market price is 90, definitely this particular option will be called as in the money. Good. Because under put option it is totally different from the call option. So जो call option में उसका vice versa कर देना put के अंदर. On that note, this is the explanation which you have to read from your own hand. Now let's come to question number 8. चलिए, buyer will execute. Yes, Mudit. Buyer will execute. Definitely he will execute because it's profitable for the buyer. And always remember, buyer pays the premium to the seller. Buyer pays the premium. Okay, cool. Now let's move to, हाँ उल्टा ही होता है call and put में. Yes, definitely this is what I said to you. Identify the financial instrument that represents shares of a local company but are listed and traded on the stock exchanges outside country. That is known as your depository receipts. Yes, depository receipts. I hope you know regarding ADR and your GDR. ADR is what? Your American depository receipts, and your GDR is what? Global depository receipts. Now, please let me know whether this particular statement is correct or not. Although, let's run this particular session a bit faster now. If I say, I am the holder of ADR, I am the holder of ADR, will I get right to vote? Will I get right to vote in the company matters? Will I get right to vote in the company matters? If my ADR says, the next question is, will I get right to dividend? Right to vote, not provided. Right to dividend, yes, it is provided. So ये भी आपको याद रखना होगा. Cool. So this question has been solved. Answer was option number B. And now I hope that you know that what is American Depository Receipts. ADR is what? American Depository Receipts, and GDR is your Global Depository Receipts. Okay. ADR is only issued in America, but outside America, that is rest of the world, we use GDR. Now there is also IDR, that is your Indian Depository Receipts. Try to read it about it because the time is short, so I have to move ahead to question number 9 now. Yes, dividend will be provided. No voting rights are not provided. Question number 9. Which of the following statement is correct? Which of the following statement is or are correct? In the case of direct taxes, the incidence of tax and the impact of tax at the same point. In the case of indirect tax, the incidence of tax and the impact of tax at different points. So option 1 and 2 are correct. This is definitely the main meaning of direct and indirect taxes. The tax paid by the customer on the purchase of a good is an example of direct tax. No. The tax which we pay on the purchase of a good is a classic example of indirect tax. As simple as that. This question was very easy, I think. Yes, the answer was option number C. Cool. Now this is a phase 1 level question. Definitely SEBI and IFSC will throw certain very easy questions for you. Okay. So now moving to the last question of the session, which is question number 10. Question number 10. SWP in the world of mutual funds, okay, stands for what? SWP. Yes, what is your answer for this question? Hmm. Very easy, I would say systematic withdrawal plan. Okay. SWP means what? Systematic withdrawal plans. Oh, it's not D नहीं होगा, sorry, C होगा. Systematic withdrawal plans. Okay. It's like you are withdrawing certain amount of money from the mutual fund which you have previously invested. SIP क्या होता है? Systematic investment plan. So investment means what? That the money is going into the mutual fund. Withdrawal means what? That you are withdrawing that money. Okay, both these things happen on a regular period of time. By regular period of time I mean 1 month from now or 2 months from now, but generally it has been seen that your money will be deducted every month. Okay, NFO stands for what? New fund offer. Now all these are short forms related to mutual funds. Okay, new fund offer. New fund offer is just like an IPO of a mutual fund. So if any mutual fund is registering itself for the very first time, it will be called as an NFO. SID means what? Scheme information document. So whatever scheme you are investing in, for example, if you are investing in large cap mutual fund given by Tata, so Tata will release a kind of a SID. That particular SID, that is scheme information document, will have all the relevant information, that what is the NAV, what is the overall approach of that particular mutual fund, when was that particular mutual fund was established, so on and so forth. So everything will be provided in scheme information document. The summary of SID, the summary of SID is known as KIM. KIM यानी क्या होता है? Key Information Memorandum. Okay, so for example, if SID is of 100 pages, Kim will have a kind of a filtering approach. By filtering approach I mean कि 100 से 100 pages तो important है नहीं, only kind of I would say 50 to 60 pages will be provided. Okay, sometimes it can also reduce to 30 as well, provided that only relevant information is provided. So KIM, which is your key information memorandum, is like a summary of your scheme information document. I hope all the different short forms are very much clear to you. On that note, let me know your scores in the chat box now. And yes, please drop your feedback to hello@edutap.co.in if you enjoyed the session, and also please let me know your scores now. Please share your feedback on hello@edutap.co.in if you enjoyed. Yes, like the concept notes and summary sheet. Very good, Abhishek. 8.75. Okay. Pratul is having a good score. Below 8.75, chalo. You can take the benchmark to 8 as well. Right now, I would say you have, if what I'm doing, if you are very serious, then definitely try to have 10 out of 10. But certain times mistakes will do happen, and right now only 27 people are sitting with us. In the real examination you will have lack of students. Cool. On that note, my friends, let's conclude our today's session. Please do share your feedback on hello@edutap.co.in. Only if you enjoy the sessions, not mandatory. Okay, only if you enjoy, then you can share. And yes, someone is saying numericals. Done. Chalo, we will solve certain numericals as well. This request has been taken. That's why I always say share your feedback, because then only your teacher can grow in a good personality. Like someone is Shubham is saying that please bring some numericals. Definitely from tomorrow we will in the tomorrow's class we will solve 2 to 3 numericals. Done. Okay. On that note, allow me to end this session now. It was a good session, I think, only for some students, but some people are only sitting and they are just seeing that how class proceeds. ठीक है, चलो bye bye and take care. Now we will meet tomorrow again, same time, same faculty, same platform. Bye bye and take care.